Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be making a homestead guide for level 11 and level 12 of the Divine Shard, all the optimal decks for the 3 different stations. But before we get into that, I want to say that for the crop fields you're noticing, I've switched everything to corn. Corn is a crop you will unlock at level 11 of your mill, and I tried to prioritize that because all the other resources I have an abundance of, because after I updated into season 5, they gave me so much of these that I can never need any more of them. So I just changed everything to corn. Now for the kitchen, the only important process upgrade will be slow cook, which you will only be able to get at level 12 kitchen and when you've crafted enough 4-star thermo chests from the forge section. But basically don't worry about that too much. All the decks are going to be the same whether you have that process upgrade or not. So salted corn chips, this is going to be the optimal deck. 3 heat control, 1 slow cook, 1 ferment. For the odd sweet, it will be 4 heat control, 1 season, 2 slow cook, 1 ferment. For the Ear 3 flatbread, 4 heat control, 1 slow cook, 1 ferment. And for the crispy black root, it will be 4 heat control, 2 slow cook, 1 ferment. And if you need the other ones, pink root stew, basically just going to be the same for a 7-card deck, 4 heat control, 2 slow cook, 1 ferment. And dried mushroom if you need it, 4 heat control, 1 ferment. Okay, so there we have it for kitchen. Very, very simple. Kitchen is the easiest one. And we talked about the process upgrade, which will be dependent on your forge high enough crafting rate. Now for the alchemy, the process upgrade you want is grind, which will only be unlocked at level 12 of Alchemy Workshop. The other one, fuse, does not matter at all. And now for this, it will be after you use 3000 of your Earth Essence, you're going to get this upgrade. This upgrade is meaningful because all the top decks are using the grind card, so it will boost the efficiency of your decks. Earth Essence is mainly going to be spent by crafting the Earth Essence itself, which is going to be 25 of this Earth Essence for each one that you produce. Anyway, let's go ahead. We begin with the Earth Essence. So these are going to be the decks. Again, the decks are very similar for Alchemy Workshop. You're going to have 2 Overload, 2 Enchant, 1 Distill, and then leftover cards will just be grinds. That's basically the formula for the optimal alchemy decks. So 2 Overload, 2 Enchant, 1 Distill, 1 Grind. If we look at Extraction Flask, 2 Overload, 2 Enchant, 1 Distill, 2 Grinds because it's a 7-card deck. And then we look at the Refined Illusion Potion, 2 Overload, 2 Enchant, 1 Distill, 2 Grinds because it's a 7-card deck. Firewood Ring, gonna be 2 Overload, 2 Enchant, 1 Distill, 4 Grinds because you have a 9-card deck, which is massive. The other one, Soothing Tonic, is going to follow the same strategy. 2 Enchant, 2 Overload, 1 Distill, 3 Grinds for an 8-card deck. And Illusion Potion if you need it. I don't think you do, but 2 Enchant, 2 Overload, 1 Distill, 3 Grind. Yeah, for an 8-card deck. So there we have it. Very, very simple as well for Alchemy Workshop and the process upgrade. Now we get to the Forge, and now things get complicated because when you get to Divine Shard level 12, you are going to unlock the new card, the Pyroblast. But because Pyroblast is a level 12 card, I'm going to show you the options without the Pyroblast card for the pre-level 12, like level 11, for example, level 10 Divine Shard players. Okay, so Thermo Chest is also unlocked at level 12, so you will by default have Pyroblast. This is the deck you want to run. 2 Heat Up, 1 Charge, 1 Multi-Forge, and then 2 Pyroblast. This is the optimal deck. It has about a 10% chance of getting a 4-star production on the Thermo Chest, which is going to be needed in order to get your slow cook process upgrade as we saw from the kitchen. Now for the Iron Mixing Dish, if you are level 12, this is the deck that you want to run for maximum wish points. 2 Heat Up, 1 Charge, 2 Multi-Forge, 2 Pyroblast. However, if you are only level 11, you will not have the Pyroblast card, in which case you want to run this deck, which is the best 7-card deck setup prior to unlocking Pyroblast. 4 Forge Expert, 1 Charge, 2 Multi-Forge. So this is what you want to run, even for your Iron Mixing Dish, if you do not have Pyroblast unlocked yet. But as soon as you get Pyroblast on level 12, this is the optimal deck for it. And we already went through it. Okay, now we have a couple more. Firefang Sword. Firefang Sword is nice. Even with Pyroblast unlocked, this is still the optimal deck. And this, of course, is the optimal deck when you're level 11, level 10 as well. So just run this deck. 4 Forge Expert, 1 Heat Up, 1 Charge, 2 Multi-Forge. This is best for Firefang Sword. With or without Pyroblast, this is still the best deck. And this is still what I'm running. So Pyroblast does not make it better for average wish points because you have this unique effect to have an extra trigger chance onto Forge Expert. And then now Fireproof Helm is a bit confusing. So this is what you want to run. This is the optimal deck, and the only time so far that we've had Forge as actually the optimal card for a deck. And it's because the unique effect here, first Forge card times 3 affects all colors. That is pretty strong. And even before getting your Forge process upgrade, because we didn't talk about process upgrades, but the only process upgrade here is the Forge one. And this will be after you craft 10 4-star iron mixing dish, which will take a time, but then you'll get this forge card upgrade. And generally, forge is not in any best deck. However, for fireproof helm, it is in the best deck, and so this would be a minor upgrade if you can get that. But either way, this is the optimal deck: forge, 2 heat up, 1 charge, 2 multi forge, 2 pyroblast. If you have pyroblast unlocked, if you do not have pyroblast unlocked, you're going to use the deck for flame guard plate, which is the best 8 card deck, which will be 4 forge expert, 1 heat up, 1 charge, 2 multi-forge. And by the way, for Flame Guard plate, this is also the same. So this is the best, basically 8 card default deck setup. This is what you want to use even on the Fireproof Helm if you do not have Pyroblast unlocked. But if you have Pyroblast unlocked, then you are going to want to run this. Warmstone Normal, if you still have it, is going to be this deck like we showed: 4 Forge Expert, 1 Charge, 2 Multi-Forge. And that is basically it. So there we have all the top decks. We talked about the process upgrades. Forge is the least impactful process upgrade because it's only the Forge card, and that is only used one time in your Fireproof Helm optimal deck. Now, let's talk a little bit about wish point efficiency. So if you want to be very hyper competitive, you can actually abandon your orders until you get the items which are going to be the highest wish point efficiency. So wish point efficiency is basically the amount of wish points you can gain for filling out an order. Now look, when you see the higher rarity items, they're at a default going to be a higher base wish points. So salted corn chips are on equal terms going to be better than Firefang Sword. Now that doesn't mean that, for example, these lower rarity items are useless. In fact, Firewood Ring is a great one that you want to be focusing on, even though it's unlocked at level 10, because when you upgrade to where I am right now with the deck that we showed you, you're almost guaranteed to hit 4-star craft of this every single time. So Firewood Ring is still an efficient and good thing for you to be filling out orders up. You don't need to abandon this. So just basically to summarize things, the items which were unlocked at level 11 and level 12 of Divine Shard, for example, salted corn chips, earthy flatbread, they are going to give you more wish points at every star level compared to a level 10 or level 9. However, if you have an insane chance of getting a high 4-star like the Firewood Ring, this is still very efficient and still something you want to fill out your orders of. But other than that, you want to look for the level 11 items like salted corn chips, or even level 12 items like earthy flatbread or the thermo chest. But anyway guys, hopefully this is helpful. If you wanted to know about your process upgrade, like basically priority, your best thing you could do is just make a bunch of earth essences, because this only costs earth essence, and you keep doing this until you get your grind card upgrade. You just spend 3,000 of essence in this, get your grind card upgrade, then it will help you in all of your other future crafting from the alchemy workshop. The other thing you can do is you can keep trying to produce thermo chests. This is also a very high wish point efficiency item. You run this deck, you produce as many as you can, and eventually you're going to get the 10 4-stars required to get your upgrade onto your slow cook, and this is then you're going to have your maximum out kitchen. And then finally, the last thing you'll want to do is to get your forge also upgraded by getting 10 of the 4-star iron mixing dishes, because then you're going to get the forge card upgraded, and that is a bit helpful only for Fireproof Helm. Anyway guys, hopefully this is helpful. Good luck with all of this. If you have any other tips, feel free to share them in the comment section down below. Okay, I've just upgraded also to level 13 and level 13 of my mill. I tried to really focus that, because at level 13 there is a new crop, and because like we have an abundance of corn now, we have an abundance of all the other resources, I'm going to be switching everything into the new crop, which may be needed for other future recipes. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. That is going to be it for this one. If you're not already a member of my AFK Journey Discord server, please join that. There's a link to that in the description of this video. Also, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals on your purchase. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.